Before we begin toning, you want to make sure that you spray the hair with water. I already did in this section. So we're going to apply the toner on the hair mid shaft to ends. Notice how I was very generous with my toner. You want to begin blending the root smudge to the toned hair. Here, it's a very light and quick motion. This way, I am blurring out the line of demarcation in my root smudge. I continue to add and be generous with my toner on the ends of the extensions. Again, remember that your toner does absorb very quickly on your extensions. So, applying the water before, being generous with your application, moving the hair around and making sure that you're getting every crevice of the hair toned is very important. Notice before I started this section, I actually applied the root smudge one more time just to add a quick little blur or feathering into that root smudge into the toner. Once again, I'm working quick and I'm being generous with my saturation on the extensions. Notice how I also grabbed the underneath hair and I incorporated her natural hair in this section. One more time, remember that your towel, a separate towel or a handy towel, is really important to have so you can keep your sections neat, so that if you do get any low light color on your gloves, that you can wipe it so that you don't stain the hair. Oversaturating is very important. A quick feather, blur that line and apply it to the ends generously. As you move through the sections, you are going to continue to feather that root smudge on what you just did and blend together. As you move on, you need to remember to keep all of your parts very neat. That is very important. Working efficiently, neatly, maintaining your tray in order. So this way you can grab what you need because you know where it is. Your duckbill clips come in handy because they allow for you to secure the sections that you're not working with, and as opposed to working with alligator clips. I don't personally like to use alligator clips on my foils because they do have teeth and sometimes it punctures holes in your foils. This will create bleeders or stains on the hair that's being exposed to any color in the foil. Once again, working quickly, neatly, and oversaturating the extensions to make sure I have even coverage of my toner. Blending, blurring that line, apply the root smudge and feather down one more time, and then blend both colors together. Notice how I wiped my hands before I began my next section. Working quickly is really important because you're also in the middle of your processing time for your root smudge. So we want to be able to work quickly to alleviate any kind of line of demarcation building into that root smudge. This is the last section for the extensions to be toned. And then the following sections that I will be taking are her actual hair. Once you are done with applying your toner and your root smudge, this will sit for 15 minutes and get washed out immediately. If you want to add value to your client's service, feel free to add an Olaplex treatment, especially if you've just highlighted their natural hair. They will need that as well. Now that that's applied, we'll release our foils and then quickly get moving onto our highlighted hair. Her hair is dry, so I'm going to spray it. I started applying her root smudge just ever so slightly on the hair that was already smudged with from the previous foils or the wefts underneath. This is a quick application on the natural hair. You can move on section by section. There is no need for a processing cap unless you feel that her natural hair will need it. But I do apply generously. However, I don't oversaturate to the point where she's dripping all over the place. You want to stay neat and work professionally, so stay clean. Remember that working with the toner, you want to continue to blend if needed to root on her natural hair. I am just lightly feathering some of the root smudge because I've been doing her color for a long time. So I really know how to match her root exactly when I'm doing her extensions. So again, I'm not really focused on root smudging her natural hair simply because it's going to match exactly it's going to match the extensions exactly to her natural. Once you become familiar with the extensions, you'll be able to really get the hang of it where you'll be able to match your client exactly the same as well. Here I left out an extension. So we're going to make sure any spots that are left behind that you apply once more. And then the extension I left out for the toner, we're going to connect it with her natural hair. This is the last section, and then from here, she'll process 15 minutes. Remember, when you are washing out the wefts, you can wash out the natural hair first, clip it away, and then make sure that you're getting those wefts perfectly rinsed so that there's no color left behind.